The prince and his wife had a conflict. You can only sneak into your daughter-in-law's room in the middle of the night. In the end, he was almost treated as an assassin by his daughter-in-law. Just now, Wen Ruoli, who had a conflict with the prince, was displeased. Zhao Xiao, in order to make peace between the two. So I decided to help my father sad fishing. I just heard from Job. Dad is still handling official business in the study. I was so busy that I didn't even eat dinner. Mother said he would be starving. Wen Ruoli, who is still angry, poses. Kind smirk. I didn't expect Zhao Xiao to care so much about Dad. Do you want to go to the study to accompany him? No, definitely not. Zhao Xiao will sleep obediently. But how could Wen Ruoli not understand Zizhao's thoughts? It's just that he doesn't want to compromise so easily now. Not long after he fell asleep, the prince came to him quietly. The hand that I wanted to touch him stopped in midair. There is a little sadness on the tired face. He was silent, looking at Wen Ruoli, who was already asleep. To ease your thoughts. You woman, why are you unwilling to submit to this king? At this moment, Wen Ruoli in his sleep suddenly called out his name. A lifetime of seeking. Let the prince's heart also be mixed with it. You big pig hoof. Wen Ruoli shouted coldly. The prince, who heard the pig's trotters, thought his daughter-in-law was greedy. I'm thinking of getting more in the kitchen tomorrow. Daddy, what are you doing? Zunyao was instantly frightened by Zhao Xiao. See Daddy to go. Zhao Xiao quickly followed. Daddy, why are you here? Shunyao quickly covered Zhao Xiao and motioned him not to say a word. Wen Ruoli, who was disturbed at this time, found a sneaky figure hiding behind the screen. He thought it was an assassin. Quietly pick up the vase next to you. Daring assassin, how dare you break into the palace? The side of the seeker recedes. If it were slower, I'm afraid my head is about to bloom. But because the light is too dim, Wen Ruoli didn't see clearly behind the screen. The figure is the prince himself. Worried about the little one, he picked up the broom next to him again. What are you thieves doing to me? What is the ability to bully a child? After saying that, he swept the elbow in his hand, throwing it in the direction of the figure. Suddenly, a big hand grabbed him tightly. A wrist that has lost its center of gravity, instantly into someone's arms. The princess is trying to murder her husband. Only then did Ruoli, who was half a beat slow, react. Why is the prince here in the middle of the night? Unexpectedly, the other party not only did not reply, hugged him tighter. Nini, let me go. Why not? Did you just say something and come at you? Why do you want me to let you go again? After saying that, he pulled his daughter-in-law to wrap his small mouth again. Wen Ruoli is really convinced. Is this guy pro-addicted? Angrily, he turned to the side. Express that you don't mean it. Zun wants to force his face back. That's not what it means. What does that mean? Wen Ruoli was numb at this moment. Does this guy want to kiss again? He quickly reached out and pushed the other party aside. I don't want it to succeed again. How to expect? The prince just fell on the newly broken vase. Yeah. Sorry, are you hurt? Then he stretched out his hand to check. Let me see where it hurts. The breath is a little disordered. Quickly hold his hand. Stop messing around. The puzzled Wen Ruoli just raised her eyes. I saw the handsome face of the prince. A touch of luck. To people looking at each other, I didn't notice that Zhao Xiao had come to the front at all. Zhao Xiao was taken aback. Then he quickly turned his back. Then Zhao Xiao didn't see anything. Father and mother, you continue. The two people behind them jumped in place in fright. The prince got up in embarrassment and was about to leave. It was getting late at that time. The king still has official business to deal with, so go first. Zhao Xiao suddenly interrupted her father's words. Mother. Zhao Xiao suddenly remembered that there is still homework to be done. Since Daddy is here, let Daddy help Zhao Xiao accompany her mother. If an assassin comes in, Father is also good at protecting Mother, right? I don't know what my daughter-in-law means. Prince. Tentatively go up and hug him, but in the next second, it was mercilessly bounced away by the daughter-in-law. What homework does Zhao Xiao need to do in the middle of the night? Since you two are so filial, then get out of here. Next second, the father and son were thrown out the door neatly. The two had no choice but to come to the yard to discuss countermeasures. Guling. The weird little boy tells his father what he thinks. I want to help my father get my mother as soon as possible. The next morning, the waking Wen Ruoxi stretched comfortably. I didn't notice the sudden outstretched hands behind me at all. Are you still angry with me? I know I was wrong. Please forgive me, okay? Since the other party has apologized, there is no need to be so stiff anymore. But I didn't wait for him to say forgiveness. Yes, it's convenient to lean over and buckle him whole. You smell so good. I love it. At this time, king in the courtyard, Grandpa gave Zhao Xiao the gift he prepared and told him to hand it over to his mother. As long as he sees, I will understand the king's intentions. The auntie who just came out of the princess at this time, after seeing the prince, instantly showed a terrified expression. How about the king? Is there anything wrong with this king today? Weren't you at the princess's just now? He also told the servants not to disturb you. Oops, Daddy. Mother must be in danger. The prince only knew at this moment that someone was impersonating him, but when he rushed to Wen Ruoli's room. But I was shocked by the scene in front of me and broke out in a cold sweat.